Sawubona Mzansi, and welcome to this evening's MIH Live. We made some good progress on the look and feel of the Minesweeper game inside the MIH app yesterday. So remember, we were vibe coding when we were creating the Minesweeper game, but now that we've implemented it the same way that AI told us to implement it, now it's time to change the look and feel and actually understand the code and figure out what is going on over here and how can we sort things out and maybe even add extra functionality into it. But I'll demonstrate that while we dive into it. So we're going to do that, and then also some progress on the provider that we were getting up to. So with provider, so the work that we did previously helped a lot. However, there's still a bit of lessons to be learned from my side in order to implement provider properly on our side. So let's switch. So that's everything. So let's switch over to the live version of MIH and let's have a look to see what the MIH community is looking like. So let's switch over. I'll switch over here, and then I'll switch over here and over here. So as you can see on the screen right now, we are currently on MIH version 1.2.1. And the MIH community has 969 users and 45 businesses. So we are growing slowly but surely. I'm so happy with these current numbers, and I can't wait to reach the goal of 1,000. So the road ahead is long, but I know we are going to achieve it. So that's what we're currently looking at right now. So that's what MIH looks like. There's no new businesses to look at this evening. If you have a business out there, please let us know in the chat, and we can check out your business and load you onto the Mzansi directory. But in the meantime, while everyone is getting sorted on their side, what we are going to do is sort out our Minesweeper game. So for those that for those that join over the past two lives, hello Emily, nice to see you here this evening. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. How's your evening going? So we are working on a Minesweeper game. So if you have a look over here, this is our Minesweeper tile. When we click on it, it opens up the MIH package. So this is exactly what our AIs gave to us, and it looks okay. It looks very nice. However, there's a few things that are missing to make it the MIH app. So for example, this tile over here, if you have a look at our code, this tile is using an inkwell and a container. So when I was reviewing the code, I said, no, this looks very familiar on my side. Then when I went over to the MIH button, our custom button that we created and is used across MIH, so the best place to show you this is inside the calculator. So these are our buttons over here. So every time you click on it, you'll see there's a nice ripple effect over there, and it changes colors and things like that. So looking very good. Sawubona Iki, nice to see you here this evening. Nice to see you here. So yeah, we're gonna change up our Minesweeper tiles from this generic container that they gave to us over here, and we're going to switch it up and use our own button. We had to change a few things. I did it just like a few seconds before the live, but I'll show you what I changed and what I had to add. So if we have a look over here, this container that I just commented out has both a on tap, which is when you tap it once, and then it has a long press, which is a press and hold functionality. And inside our MIH buttons, we didn't have that functionality before, but it was a quick fix in order to implement that. So all we had to do is add a new parameter to our button widget, which is long press, and then just add that long press to our inkwell. And then we'll test it out now to see if everything is fine. That's what I haven't done. So what we can do is we can comment this out, because maybe we'll need it for later. And I'll uncomment this out, which is our MIH button code. So there are a few fields that I did change up and switch up. And that is, like I said, the long press button. And then also, this has a nice radius. And instead of using a line like we used over here to represent the space in between the blocks, now we're just adding a young padding inside it, because our button can handle such things. So now that we have this, I'm gonna So let's see, before I save, this is what it currently looks like. So this is what it currently looks like. Have a look on the screen right now. We're going to, I'm going to ask you a question thereafter. So this is number one. Let me take a screenshot of this. Oh, escape. Let me take a screenshot of this quickly. And then we can see the difference and compare them afterwards. So I'll copy this. And then I'll save my code here. And once it's saved and we head back over, this is what it looks like now. So let's do another snipping. And there's it over there. So if we have a look at this, did it open up for us? Yep. And at this. Yeah. So very subtle difference, very slight difference. Why can't I? Yeah, so let me do it like this, I guess. Wait. Let's do it in Canva rather. Because clearly this thing here is not doing justice. Let's create a new tab. I think this is the right one. Yeah. So I'll just delete all of this inside here. We'll paste this in. Make it a little bit bigger so we can see it. And then also we'll do the same thing with our other one. So our other one is here. Copy. So I need your help in the chat right now, Mzansi. So I want to know which one do you think, in your opinion, is better. So we have the one on the right, or the one on the left-hand side. Let's call this one, I don't know, 1 maybe. And let's zoom out a little bit. Yo. Yeah, so let's do it like this. So we have 1 and 2. Right. So let me know in the chat, which one do you think is better? I am leaning more towards 2, and I'll show you why. But let's add some text over here, some text. Heading text, close this, Control A, V1, and then the other one will be V2. Okay, so V1, let's change the color to our standard color, and then let's copy this and paste it. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. Nice. V2. So I'm leaning more towards V2 if I'm being honest. So this is what they're currently looking like. We can change. So in this one over here, we aren't able to really change the look and feel of those squares. The squares are the exact same. But with our MIH button, what will happen is we'll be able to switch things up. So I'm leaning more towards V2, the one on the right hand side. So if we have a look at what it looks like over here, you'll see that when we press, there's a nice animation over there. And when you press again, nothing happens. And we can, okay, there's a bomb. Let's switch. So let's carry on playing and see what happens. So you see, it still expands. Everything still does its things. And we can click and hold. Yep, we can click and hold. And it will change things. We can click, 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 click and hold. Click and hold. So this is, I'm leaning more towards this. But like I said, we can edit these things up. For example, if let's make the radius of our buttons a little bit bigger. So we'll swap that out with a 5 and then save it. So that's the only thing we're changing, the radius of our buttons. So when we head back over to our emulator, can you see it looks a little bit different now? So let me know, do you think we need a big radius like this one over here? Or should we go back to Ink Consulting? Nice to see you here this evening. Or should we go back to our previous one, which looks something like Canva, something like this one? I don't like it if I'm being honest. And I even like the radius over here, but I think it might be a little bit too much. So let's S3. Let's change it and bring it back. Yeah, I think this one looks a little bit, it looks, I don't know, if I'm being honest, I think it looks a little bit modern. It looks a little bit cleaner. And there's a ripple effect when you click on something. You see? A young ripple effect. Like here's a bomb, click and hold. The bomb will show, then we can click, 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 click. What I do want to add, and maybe we can try ask Gemini about it today, is when you, so on other Minesweeper games, let's look for my online Minesweeper. online Minesweeper. When you play other Minesweeper games, they do give you the functionality of, let's go intermediate. They do give you the functionality. Let's say, for example, I press and hold over here, or let me right click. I right click over here to say there's a bomb. Then I can click on the one next to it, and then it will reveal the things if the bombs are covered correctly. So I can do that. So I don't know. I don't know if that functionality will be hard to do on our side, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. If I'm being honest, we'll see how things go. So let's add. So let's remove this. I think I'm happy with our thing is. I think I'm happy with everything over here. I don't think we need this one over here. Everything is looking fine over here. And I did switch up our colors a little bit. So let's see if we can play a game nicely. So our colors are looking a little bit darker. Things are looking slightly better. Yo, nothing is opening up here for us. Nice. So there's a bomb over here. There's a bomb over here. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here. There's a bomb over here. Nothing here. Nothing, 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 nothing. So you see, we should be able to press this button and then reveal the bomb if it is covered. But that's probably hectic. But we'll probably be able to do it. So click here, click here, click here. Everything is covered that side. This side, one here, nothing. Another one here, nothing, nothing. Two over here, nothing. Over here, over here, over here, over here. Yep, nothing there. One over here, one over here, one over here, one over here. Nearly done, nearly done. So yeah, sorted. We win. You see, so we need to add a pop-up window to show us that we won, firstly, and then secondly to show us that we lost, right? So those are the two things that we need to do instead of showing this thing over here. And also what we can do is try to add more blocks over here, but try to add more blocks over here. So how can we do that? How can we do that? Okay, let's look at our code to see what things are happening. All right, so if we come in, I see the likes are flooding through. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. So I think what we're going to do now is the easy parts first is the pop-up alerts to show us that our game has been completed or not. So place bomb, calculate bombs around, expand zeros, handle tap, handle long press. There's it over here. Check win condition. So this is the win condition over here. The game is won if all non-mine squares are opened. And is game over? True. Optionals, yeah. So we can show a dialogue over here, but also calculate bombs around, place bombs. I think it's handle tap. Yeah. So this is where we're going to add a dialogue over here and over here at the bottom. So let's do the success one first. I think we can do the success one first. So if we escape this, so we're going to show dialogue, show normal dialogue, and builder, change inside word, change inside word. Then we're going to say context, and then I think that's how you do it. Yeah, that's how we do it. Then tab. Then we are going to return a MIH alert, package alert. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's MIH package alert. We're going to just neaten everything up. And yeah, we can go from here. So there's a few things that we need, right? So we're going to need so this is for success. So let's add this success dialogue or win dialogue, win alert. Yeah. Show. Undo. Undo. I don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened over here. But that's okay. So we're gonna come over here. There's a few things. Let's change this. So we're gonna change this to when alert. Oh my word, undo. Why is it doing garbage to me this evening? So C5W, and then I'm gonna change that to when alert. Perfect. So we're gonna need an icon to win. What icons are there? Okay, so it just needs a widget. Where did I've used this before other places. Let me just go search my project to find other places inside our application where we've created this. So yeah, so let's just copy this. Yeah, copy, perfect. So copy this, we'll paste this over, should be over here. Yeah. And then we can play around with the different icons. So not fingerprint, maybe change inside word. Celebration. Yeah. Celebration is the one. And we're not going to make it red. We're going to make it green. Change inside word to green. And perfect. Size 100. The title is... What did this thing say? You win. Or maybe we can have congratulations. Change congratulations. And then our body. So the color, let's add the color in. So I think our color should be green also. We can copy that. We can paste this here. Yeah. And then our alert body change inside word, it's going to be a column. And that column is going to have some children. And that children is going to be a text. Let's head over to that other one that we stole from. Because this one should have some text in for us. Yeah, 15. This one over here. I'm thinking, should we just copy all of this? All of these buttons over here. Yank this. And then O, escape, paste. Delete. Lots of errors. Change this. You won this game of MIH Minesweeper. Add some exclamations over there for us. Secondary color, okay, that's fine. And then MIH button. On press should just reset our game. So we'll find the code to reset things. It should be somewhere over here. Oh, it should be over here. No, it should be here. There's it over here. Set state, initialize game. So on tap, it needs to be all of this stuff over here. Copy. That will be over here. Okay, I need to understand this code properly. I don't want this. Delete. Then A. Okay. Okay, perfect. Let me know if you have any questions out there. What we are working on right now is the Minesweeper game inside the MIH app. So this is what you're looking at right now. It shows your different blocks. So we'll start a new game and demonstrate it for you. So it shows the different blocks that you can click on. Why isn't it opening? Oh, because the game is over. So it shows the different blocks that we can click on and start trying to open up more squares and not, but we have a bomb over there. So this is what we are working on. Instead of it just showing game over at the top of the screen, what we are going to do is we're going to have a pop-up window over here to show that the game is actually over. So that's what we are doing. Instead of setup authentication, we're going to change this to new game, and then we can just remove this button. Yeah, we can remove this button over here. Let's see now. Why is this giving me issues now? So let's see. Let me just delete this button. Okay, so let's have a look over here. Why is it telling me things are garbage over here? Wrap. Okay. So we need a few more of these bad boys. So we can say O, square, comma, circle, comma. Yeah, perfect. So this is if you win the game. Yeah, this is if you win the game. Then we're going to do this. We're just going to copy this code over here. Wait, I just want to organize everything over here for us. Yeah, so I'll go from here. And we'll go all the way down and copy all of this code. So this is just our alert window that I'm copying right now. I'm going to yank this, and then we can go up to our... There's it over here. When game is over, we put it over here. So O, paste, delete, and this is change inside word, lose. Better luck next time. Better luck next time. You lost. You lost this game of MIH Minesweeper. Keep it plain, keep it simple, and then new game. So this one we should change it from green, change inside word, to red. And then this one is fine. These are fine. Yeah, these are fine. It's just this one over here. Change inside word, red. Perfect. So let's go back. Let's open it up again. And let's see what happens now. Nice, so we get a little pop-up, better luck next time. So we must change this to a bomb. New game. Yeah, and it restarts the game also. So definitely working as expected. But we just need to change this to CC. I think it's font awesome icons. Is this Python or C++? So it's neither, John Doe. So what we are currently working on now is Dot, and it is Flutter, sorry. So if you have a look at our technology stack, we are working on the front end right now, and the front end is Flutter, our framework that we use, and Flutter is our front end framework that we use in order to create our application. So that's what we are working on. We do use Python, but for back-end information, not really front-end stuff. Thank you so much for that question. We appreciate you, John Doe. So let's try lose again quickly. Perfect. Better luck next time. That's basically what it says. Better luck next time, new game. But this new game, I don't like this color. We should make it like a green color or something. So secondary color, change inside word, green. And this is handling the tabs, And then over here, yeah. Change inside word to green. What's the programming language again? Oh, sorry, it's Dart. So we'll ask Mzansi AI the question. So the programming language is Dart and the framework is Flutter. So please explain. So we'll ask our friendly AI assistant, Mzansi AI, to explain this for us. So please explain what Dart and Flutter is in one paragraph. So our friendly AI assistant will sit and think for a bit and generate our answer. And then once it is ready, you'll see the menu button appears in the top right hand corner. We will click on it and then click read aloud.
Hey there, waving hand. Let's break down Dart and Flutter. Dart is a programming language developed by Google, known for its speed and efficiency. It's primarily used to build fast and beautiful apps, especially for the Flutter framework. Flutter, on the other hand, is a UI toolkit also created by Google. It allows developers to build cross-platform apps, meaning one code base can be used to create apps for both Android and iOS. Think of it as a super efficient way to create apps that look great on any device. So, Dart is the language that powers Flutter, making it a powerful duo for modern app development. Would you like me to elaborate on this topic?
Thank you so much, Mzansi AI, for answering that question. And thank you, John Doe, for the question. Let us know if this answered your question about what the programming language and framework is that we are using. But thank you so much for that. So diving back over to our game, let's new game. And let's click and lose. Nice. Better luck next time. So we can add maybe a little space over here. And we'll add more information over here in the future. But for now, I think this is fine. Thanks for the information. No problem. And if you are interested in what we are working on now, the application is called the MIH app. And we are available on the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, Huawei App Gallery, and the web. All you have to do to find it is search MIH or the MIH app, and we should appear at the top of the list. So MIH is the first super app of Mzansi, created to make the lives of all the people and the businesses of Mzansi a whole lot easier. And we provide you with many powerful packages, as you can see on the screen right now, like a loyalty or a digital wallet called the Mzansi Wallet, a place to store your loyalty cards digitally. The Mzansi directory, a place to search for people and businesses of Mzansi. So you can search through by, like there's an AI business that we saw yesterday. We can click on them and then we'll be able to see their ratings. We'll be able to see what their mission and vision is all about. So their mission and vision is making learning fun. You'll be able to call, email, navigate, visit their website, rate them, and bookmark them. So when you click on visit their website, it takes you through to their own website. If you can see, very speedy, very quick. So this is the power of MIH, and we have many other features. The new one that we are working on is Minesweeper. So it's creating Minesweeper inside the MIH app. So that's what we are doing over here. So let's try and understand that that thing at the top of the screen that shows the number of mines, and this one over here is 1. So now we shouldn't have, this is 1, I feel like is useless to us now because we have our new pop-up windows. So we don't need this. So what we can do is delete this, save this, save this. And now it should just show us the amount of bombs that are here. So if we click on this, yeah, so it shows 15 mines. So let's see what this looks like with this gone. So we can just comment this out. So it takes it right to the top. So maybe what we should do is add a little size box over here. What is this? Count rows. Let's add a little size box to the top. So insert, tab. So we're going to say const, and then sized box. And then here we're just going to have a height of maybe like 25 or something. Or 30. For now 30, and then we can work from there. So append here. If we have a look, Yeah, so this looks a little bit nicer with the thing at the top gone. You know what? I'm thinking this is fine, this thing. So control dot this this things with the mines is fine. So let's remove this. The only problem I didn't like with it is how much space it was taking, but we can fix this by changing this to like a 10. And then that should change the sizings and stuff. But I also want to make this Sawubona Razin. Nice to see you here this evening. So I want to make this move maybe over to the left-hand side. I'm sure there's an alignment over here. So align text. So text align or text align left. I want it aligned left. I don't think it's going to work because we're sitting inside a column. Yeah. So I think we'll just wrap it with a row and we'll see what that does. Yeah, we'll just wrap it with a row. So padding. Yeah, just wrap it with a row. And yeah, so it should have it over there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So we have our things. Okay, so let's have a look now. So maybe we should have the difficulty over here also. Like small, medium, or not small, medium. Like easy, intermediate, and hard. What was this one saying? Yeah, beginner, intermediate, and expert. So maybe we can do something like that. I don't know how we're going to enable this, but we can have a look to see. So what I'm going to do is add a single child scroll view, but an MIH one. Single child scroll view. And I'm trying to think what can we do. Okay, let's have a look. So let's think about this first, right? So when someone first opens up the game, I want a window to pop up over here, and that window should tell you how many bombs there are on this thing. And we do have our new provider and stuff, right? So we could use the provider functionality for us. So if we have a look at our, I think over here, yeah, we do have a Minesweeper provider, and currently it only has an index, but we'll change things up over here to make it look a little bit similar to our the variables that we have inside our game itself. So if we have a look at our game, let me bring this over. If we have a look at our game, we have a few variables over here, like if the game is over, how many squares are left, all of those kind of things, right? So all of this stuff should, except for this late one, I think. Yeah, but we'll figure out how to add this to our provider. But the first thing that we're going to add is these stuff over here. So these few things over here is what we're going to add in. So let's bring this here. And we'll copy, paste, and then paste. Yeah, perfect. Then we can just start editing some things because we did copy and paste. So let's change this. Copy, escape, paste, paste. The likes are flooding through. The likes are flooding through this evening. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. And then this, we can just change this. Delete. Delete. Oh, sorry, you're looking at a blank screen over here. You must let me know in the chat if you're looking at blank screens and stuff, and delete. Okay, so now we've set up our provider to have this new functionality. I'll just reload everything. And okay, perfect. And then if we come inside here, perfect. So everything is working fine now. So initialize board. So row count, thing count, and initialize board was set where? Initialize board. And then inside here is where we can initialize some of these variables. So I'll delete this. I can put a late over here. Let's see what happens if I put a late. So late this, delete, delete. So now all we're looking for is the same functionality to happen, and nothing should break. That's what we are looking to get. So we save that, and then over here, I don't think we need to set stuff. Yeah, I think we do need to set stuff, but we'll say row count equals to context dot. So this is us using the new provider now. So let's say read, and then we're gonna have Minesweeper, not Minesweeper game, Minesweeper provider. Dot row count. Yeah, row count. Then we can yank this, paste. Perfect. So then, thank you so much, Toho, for the follow. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. So this one is going to be over here, and then total mines, copy, paste. So now what happens, we have to save and see if everything is working fine. So let's go back and make sure everything is initialized properly. So you see errors have occurred. So on a null value. I know this is definitely has something to do with, it has something to do with how we are using the provider. Is this C++? Sihle, thank you so much for the question. No, it's not C++. What we are working with is Flutter and Dart. So if we have a look at our tech stack, our front end is using Flutter. That's the framework. And the programming language that Flutter uses is Dart. It was all created by Google. It's very similar to, you can have a look, it's very similar to Java and JavaScript kind of stuff. But yeah, slightly different. Let's reload. Yeah, something is definitely not looking good right now in our Minesweeper game. Oh, nice, thanks. Yeah. It's a super powerful tool. What do you use, Sihle, in order to program with? So you know what we should do? We can be out here vibe coding some more. Let's go back. Let's close this. Reload this. I just want to start everything from scratch and then get those error messages when we open up the thing, and then we'll give it to Gemini. So Gemini can let us know, copy all. Let us know where we're going wrong, because debugging is such a pain. So I would rather outsource it. And over here, reveal in Finder, Gemini, send. So this is how I vibe code. So I send it my file that's causing the issues, and then I send it my the errors. Sorry, I was closing these things. I send it the errors, and then we'll have a look to see what's it saying. So late initialization field row count has been initialized, has not been initialized, occurred because your attempt to row count from here before init state method is fully run. Okay, so solution is to do this. Right, super init state. Oh, so we need to do it here. So I don't know about squares left. but okay. So let's refactored code looks like this. No. I'm not going to dive deep into Gemini's refactored code. I'm just going to look at the solution, then we'll figure it out on our side. So what's it telling us is that this thing's over here, or we're going to delete 2 down, and we should find init state. Next. Yeah, we should find init state, and then just below here, paste it. And then save this. So let's reload everything from scratch and see what happens. So we're out over here. If we wait. And we also need to, did we delete it? Yeah, I think we deleted it. So it should be fine. Nice. So everything is working fine now. We have 15 bombs and stuff. So now all we have to do is, when someone clicks on reset game, what should happen is a menu should pop up. Let me know what you think about this logic of mine, right? So when you first open up Minesweeper, we're not going to ask you, I was thinking we're not going to ask you anything. It's just dive straight into the game. But when you click on restart, there'll be a button or a thing that pops up over here. But I'm not sure. Let's just add it to our reset button. So the reset button should be, okay, it's under initialize board. Okay. If it's under initialize board, then what we can do is we can just show dialog over here. So then we can say show dialog, and then fb www cw, now it's context, and then return a MIH window, package window, and yeah. Perfect. Now we have things lined up. So is it going to be full screen? Yes or no? It's going to not be full screen. So change inside word to false. Then our title, change inside word. Our title should be set new game settings, maybe new game settings. And then our close button, change inside word, should just be context dot pop, and then the body, change inside word, the body should just be a column with some children, and let's put a text for now just to show some things. Hello world. Append. So let's go back. Let's open it up. Now they should, when we first open it up right now, it should have a dialog window for us. I think we need to put a, what's this thing? A like post navigation, what kind of vibe. And I know I have that somewhere else inside MIH. I'll just have to find it for us. Yeah, it's this over here. So copy. And then Minesweeper game. Paste. Delete. Down, paste. Let's reload and see now. I'm not 100% sure if it's gonna work. but we can have a look to see. Nice, it's working. So here's it over here. So what's going to happen, you'll be able to close this and continue playing the game. Or if you say a new game, it should pop up with this menu button first. And wait. Yeah, let's do it from here. So there's a few things that we're gonna need, right? I don't even think a few things. I just think maybe a drop down MIH drop down field. We're gonna need a controller. Okay, and let's see what things we need over here. So we need a controller, we need a hink, drop down options, if it's required or not, editable text, and we're gonna need a form also. Interesting. Let's head over to our tip calculator, and we'll just use this as a reference when we're coding, because this one has the things that we require, like a form and things like that we can just copy from. So display results. Okay, so inside the column there's a form. Inside the form there's a list of, okay. So control dot change inside word MIH form. And then in an MIH form, we need a form key, so O, form key, and then we need, change inside words, form fields. And this is a list of things, a list of elements. Oh, sorry, not here. Over here. So we're gonna steal some code over from our other side. GD, yank this, go here. Let's go all the way up. We'll paste it here. We'll save it. Then insert, is it underscore form key? Yeah, perfect. So we need a controller. This is a text editing controller. Yank. So we can go back up to the top, paste our text editing controller. So this is just so that we can handle the different text that you are entering in. So I'll just say mode controller. Yeah, mode controller. Save. Change inside word. Yo, undo. Mode controller, change inside word, hint text, difficulty. Is that spelling correct? Difficulty. Yeah. Difficulty. Drop down options, word. Easy. Normal. And hard. Required text true. Change inside word true. Editable true. And search, is this a true or false? Yeah, true or false. Change inside word false. No need to search because there's only 3 fields over here. So now if we have a look, if we close this and start up a new game, now we should have difficulties there. All right. See if it's empty. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking over here. We should have some text below this first. Interesting stuff. So I definitely want to have a button. Let's arrange everything how we want it without functionality working. So we'll have a button. Our button will be here. Copy. Over. Yeah. Is that how it works? Where's my tip calculator? Yeah. So I'll just paste. Undo. Undo. Paste. Save. So now if we close and open it up again, we have a button there now available for us. We just need to change that with a control dot center. Not there. Over here. Control dot center. Yeah. We can add some text or spaces over here. Const sized box height of 25. Nice. So we'll change that to start game. And then over here, this is where we need to do it. So let's go back to our provider. This is where we're going to change things up now. So set this, no. So let's go O, void, set. Okay, so I see there's a question over here by Sihle over on TikTok. So the question is, what advice would you give me to learn coding efficiently as a first-time learner? So, okay, perfect. So I watched a video earlier. It was a TikTok video where one of the people was saying like the best way to learn or to start off learning coding is to make sure that you understand what pseudocode is all about. So let me know, Sihle, if you know what pseudocode is. If not, we'll ask Mzansi AI. Please explain what pseudo code is all about. All right. So I think the first thing that you'll have to do is learn pseudocode. So pseudocode is basically, instead of you learning the whole language, it's just a super high level version of what your code needs to do. So before you even start writing code, you would write down pseudocode first. So if we have a look, so let's listen to Mzansi AI first. See just the first paragraph or two, and we'll see what it says.
Hey there, waving hand. Mzansi AI here, ready to break down pseudocode for you, smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks. Think of pseudocode as a simplified way to plan out a computer program before you actually write the code. It's like writing a recipe. It outlines the steps in a clear, easy to understand language, without getting bogged down in the specific technical details of a programming language. Here's the gist. Not real code, it's not something a computer can directly run. Plain English, uses everyday language and simple structures.
Thank you so much, Mzansi AI. So, like I was saying, it's a good way. So, pseudocode is a good way to plan out and lay out what you want to do in your program, right? So, instead of you typing or writing out full code when you're planning out your thingy, you'll just say, so let's look at the example over here, right? So, you'll say the code starts over here and ends over here. This is plain English, right? And then you'll say, I need to get the length of a rectangle, and then get the width of the rectangle, then calculate the area, and then area equals to this, and then display the area. So none of this is actual code or programming language that you can understand and learn. But when you take this and then you transfer or transform this into real code, say for example Python, it'll be much easier for you to follow and understand instead of it all being inside your head. So I think the first thing is learn pseudocode. Once you're happy with pseudocode, then pick a language that you want to use. So you have to understand what you're trying to achieve by learning programming. What's the end outcome? What do you want to create? Do you want to be like, say for example, a back-end developer? Do you want to be a front-end developer? Do you want to be a test automation specialist? All of these different kinds of things, right? So once you understand and identify what kind of things you would like to do with programming, then you know what languages to look at. So let's say for example you want to go to the back end. Let's have a look at the technology stack, right? So let's say you wanted to work for MIH and you specifically wanted to work on the back end. So I'm not going to say there's no point in you learning a different language, but the best thing for you to learn is Python, because that's what we are using, is Python. And a lot of people use that also, but I know a lot of people also use Express.js, which is a JavaScript framework, and they use like Node.js and all of these other things, right? So just know what you want to learn, and then know what you want to do, and then from that you'll understand what language you need to learn. Then you can learn a specific language for that thing. And then once you start diving into the basics of languages, then you can start doing object-orientated programming, right? So that's working with objects inside your thing. Instead of working with normal variables, it's working with objects now. So I'll show you one of my objects. So let's go to MIH and let's go to our objects, and let me see. There's a currency object, right? So this is an object of ours, right, that we use for our Forex calculator. So just to get the currency code and the currency name, and we're storing that inside its own object. So instead of storing it inside like some strange two-dimensional list in order to manage the information, we are using objects in order to do that. So object-oriented program is a good thing to learn also. Let me know if you have any other questions, Sihle. We do appreciate that question. Thank you so much. Let's close this. Flutter. Yes, 100% Flutter. Flutter is a dope programming language that we are using. So let's say set row. Thank you very much. No problem. What type of development would you like to do? Set rows. Set row count. Let us know in the chat. Count. Int. Row count. And then over here, we're just going to say this row count. This dot row count. Row count equals to row count. And then notify listener. Perfect. So let's see. I love and hate TS, TypeScript, but I guess I need to get good at using it. So why specifically TypeScript? Why specifically TypeScript? And why do you have, firstly, two questions. Who is this? Many David HQ. Thank you so much for diving into the chat. And so you're saying you have a love-hate relationship with TypeScript? Not TypeScript, Flutter. Oh, with Flutter. So, okay, why do you have a love-hate relationship with Flutter? And why do you say you need to get good at it? Let us know in the chat. And seriously, I'm not sure. However, I only ask because I want to know how I could go about learning C++. So learning any language, Sihle, is the exact same thing as, so whether I'm learning Python or whether I'm learning Python or I'm learning Java or I'm learning C++, all of these things, you learn them the exact same way. So it's currently a language that I've been, why isn't it, it's currently the language that I've been doing this year. Okay. So it's currently the language that I've been doing this year, and I'm lost in thought about doing activities. Okay. So I think the first thing to learn when you're learning any programming language is firstly learn how to print something to the console. So let me show you. Let me give you an example of that. All right. So we're gonna start off to the basics. Check out the platform I'm making. Perfect. We'll dive into your app in a minute. This URL looks very strange. Yo. Let us know, but let's answer Cecilia's question first while your things are loading over there. So let me give you an example, right? Let's go. I have a test folder. Yeah. So let me create a new file, call it Cecilia.py. Right, here's it over here. So I have a programming language called Cecilia.py at the top, right? Let me close this. And then the first thing that I would learn how to do is learn how to print something to the screen. So change inside word. So learn how to print something to the screen. So print hello world. That's whatever like tutorials you follow and stuff, they definitely print out hello world first. And then when we run this, you see at the bottom of the screen, hello world. Let me bring this up a little bit higher for you. So you see hello world over here, hello world. So that's the first thing that you'll have to learn, right? Next, after learning how to print something to the screen, there's different methods of doing all of it. What you'd have to do is learn how to create a variable. So this is what differs between programming languages, like the naming conventions. I don't think you are allowed to have like exclamation something equals to whatever. So you're not allowed to have that as a variable name and things like that. So learn what the naming conventions are of variables, and then just learn those things. So let's say x equals to Cecile. Alright, so I created it, and Python doesn't have any type safety things. So then I can say print. I should be able to say f over here. So yeah, and I can say hello, comma, mod s, I think, comma, I think it's mod s, but I might be talking garbage right now. X. I might be talking a whole lot of garbage with this one over here. Yeah, okay. But I did this over here, so I can just do this, then delete. Right? Say hello world, hello Cecily. Right? Especially organizing code, the working with factories and refactoring classes. Yeah, and you have tools that assist you with it. So I would say just start off with console programming first. Learn how to do all those things. Learn about variables, learn about data structures, learn about objects. Because I think C++ is an object-oriented programming language. Learn about those kind of things. Then start off with a small program, like a one-file program. Then from a one-file program, make it into like a two-file program, right? So that one file calls a different file. Because when you have a big project, you don't want everything in one file. So there's lots of different things over here. So things have been spicy in the chat right now. So Mini David is saying, I am an intermediate at Flutter. I am good at stuff that I know, but there's stuff that I'm horrific at. So definitely just like me, that's why we use AI to assist us when programming. All right. So we just use Gemini to assist us with the stuff. Most of that's what I use. Instead of Stack Overflow, you just use AI now. And then I'm still developing it. It's a platform. So yo boy, so Kev15, can I ask you, do you have an MIH account? So we'll dive into the other chats now, but do you have an MIH? Bongs, thank you so much for the follow. So the reason why I'm asking Kevs is because MIH is the first super app of Mzansi. And the purpose of MIH is to make the lives of all the people and the businesses of Mzansi a whole lot easier and better. So we currently have 969 users and 45 businesses. So I would love your company that's creating this application to be on the Mzansi directory. The reason why I say this is because, so this is the Mzansi directory right here. Thank you so much, Mini David, for the follow. We appreciate you. So this is the Mzansi directory. So we can click on, let's go back. We can click on here. Mzansi directory is a place to search for people and businesses of Mzansi. If we switch back over and search for an AI business, sorry, I'll show you again. Search for an AI business. Many different businesses out here, like barbers, hair salon, software companies, all of them out here, right? But we're going to choose AI business, and you'll see Brie developers. So when we click on this, it takes them to this page. So if you'd like to visit Brie developers business information tab, please feel free to scan this QR code on the screen right now, and it'll take you through to their page. Over here, you'll be able to find out what their mission and vision is all about, what their overall rating is as a business, and you'll be able to call, email, navigate, and visit their website. This is the important one, Kev, that I wanted to speak to you about. So when you click visit website, it takes you directly there. Instead of you sending me this link, this web.app link, you just save that link under your website, and then it will take us there. But let's have a look. Ramu or Romu, why the blocking eyes face? What's going on? So let's have a look. Code drop. Official release 1st of September 2025. Nice. Build, collaborate, and deploy your apps with ease. Drop Code is an all-in-one no-code platform for creating production-ready mobile apps. Effortlessly drag and drop widgets to build native Android and iOS apps without writing a single line of code. Shout out Code Drops. So yeah, Kevs, you must create your MIH account first, all right? So super easy to do. We'll just so like I mentioned to everyone else, MIH is available on the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, Huawei App Gallery, and the web. All you have to do to find us is search MIH or MIH app, and we should appear at the top of the list. Once you find us, downloaded the app, or visited our website, you would then go and create a new account. So let's go incognito tab and MIH app. So it takes a bit of time to load up the very first time, but you can read our messages at the bottom over here. So while we're waiting for all of this to load for us, it will first take you through to our sign-in page. If you don't have a sign-in page, you can click on create an account. Then you can set everything up. Once you've set everything up, it'll take you through to your business profile. Or not your business profile, sorry. It'll take you through to your personal profile, something like this, where you can click on set up profile. Then edit your information, update, have a nice profile picture, and make sure you activate your business account over here. So there's a toggle at the bottom to say activate business account. Make sure you activate it, close it. What it would do is once you've updated everything, it will take you through to the business side of MIH, and there'll only be one tile available over there. And that tile will be the setting up your business profile. Once you do that, just fill out all the information over there, and you should be up and running with your MIH account. Just one thing, it's a UI problem. Come back into the business profile and edit your business profile and add your profile picture over there. We are fixing it in the next update, but it's an issue right now. Once you do that, everything will be working fine. So anyone can do this, not only Kev. And we should be able to find you on the Mzansi directly. Like I mentioned, there's many different businesses out here that we have inside here, like a advertising company, Tando Ads. We have a ad tech company, which is Cubic 3D. There's clothing services, clothing printing services, many different businesses out here. Lemo, thank you so much for the follow. We appreciate you, and we hope you download MIH. We appreciate you. Yeah, my favorite features of the MIH app is the Mzansi Wallet, Mzansi AI, and there's 4 of them. So firstly, all of them are my favorite, but my top 4 is Mzansi Wallet, place to store your loyalty cards digitally. The Mzansi AI to help with our any of our questions. The calculator, so not just the simple calculator, we have a tip calculator and a forex calculator, super cool, and Mzansi directly, like I just showed you. So those are my favorite features, but many features are to come, and what we are working on right now is Minesweeper inside MIH. So cool. Let's see. Okay, specifically organizing code. Okay. Are you doing Django as a backend for your Flutter? So Inc, I think you're still out there. Thank you so much for that question. So we're not using Django. We are using Fast API as our backend. And I think they both use Python, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, we are doing that. Cishle is saying that he's currently doing object-oriented programming right now. So I think you're on the right track. So you're on the right track. Keep pushing. You'll make it there. You'll make it there. And keep working on exercises. Don't only watch tutorials. Also, after you watch the tutorial, come back and then like practice what they told you to do, and then you'll get better at it. And then Mini David, how do you make people trust your app? A lot of people call my app a scam. So let's see what your app is. So first things first, your app. So this is how people trust applications, right? So let's ask Mzansi AI that question first. Please tell me how I can get users to trust my application. Some think it's a scam. So it's also dependent on what your application is trying to do. So if your application is out here telling people that if you create an account, then you're going to get 500 Rand, then obviously people are going to think that's a scammy thing to do, right? But yeah, so there's many different things, like a clear privacy policy, an about us section that explains what you're all about, contact information so that people can contact you, and then showcase secure measures. So like HTTPS, so you see connection is secure. So you have to have a secure connection to your website, and then people will trust you that way. Then what else? Reviews and testimonies. So this is like on the Play Stores and stuff. Partnerships. Yeah, so I think the main thing is if you have a web app, for example, right? You have to have HTTPS with your application. It can't be normal HTTP. It has to be HTTPS. People trust it that way. Also, in your application, like I was saying, have an about section telling the people what your application is all about. And also you need to have a privacy policy and a terms of use document. And it shouldn't be something super hard for someone to read and understand. It must be something easy to digest for the people, right? Like this one, we speak about what information we collect, how we use this information, how we share this information, data security, your rights as a customer of MIH, data retention, changes to the privacy policy, and a contact us. And then the same things with terms of service, acceptance of terms, all of these different things. So make sure that you have a privacy policy, things like that. It makes people trust your application a little bit better. I hope that helps you. So we can close this and delete this. Burn this. Cool. So what were we getting up to? Yeah, thanks. No problem. And drop a link. Drop a link for us, Mini David, and then we can check out your application now. And the same thing that I was telling Kev, please feel free to set up your business account inside MIH so that we can find you in the Mzansi directory. So I'll show you my business. So this is my business over here. If you'd like to visit it, please feel free to scan this QR code. Take a screenshot of the QR code right now. Then you can add it into Google Lens or something, and it should be able to do that. Let's try and do that now. Control-Shift-4. So I'm going to take a quick screenshot of this. Then Google Lens. Oh my word. This is the one I'm looking for, yeah. I'm a fool. Let me upload a file. Too many things happening on my screen right now. So go to desktop over here. Okay. So yeah, put it into Google Lens or use a normal QR code scanner. And yeah, so you see it automatically took us here, and you see the URL at the bottom. Then if I say visit website, it takes you directly through to my business profile. So please feel free. This is what you get when you create an MIH account. So instead of telling people what your URL is, you just get them to scan your QR code right here, and it'll hook them up for you. But yeah, cool stuff. What I think we're gonna do is, let's pause it here for now. Let's flip our cameras. Cool. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the MIH live this evening. I do appreciate you. I keep getting an error when I want to return. So, Motso, nice to see you here. So, what do you mean by you keep getting an error after scanning a QR code? What's the error that you get? We appreciate you. Thank you so much for letting us know. What's the error that you get? What does it say? Please comment my name into your code. Hectic. So strange. Very strange request, but it depends where in the code you'd like to do this. So after scanning a QR code, so is it any QR code, Motso? Or is it specifically the MIH QR code? So Ubongani will DM on TikTok. Perfect. Thank you so much, Motso. So Ubongani, where exactly do you want to be in my code? Join the MIH live tomorrow. Make sure to follow. Join the MIH live tomorrow, and then we can definitely go about adding you somewhere in our code. So thank you everyone for joining the MIH live this evening. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Our I don't want to say loud viewers, our chatters out there. Thank you so much to our chatters, and thank you so much to our silent viewers for any QR code. Hectic Motso. Sihle, thank you so much for the follow. Make sure, if you like everything that we are doing over here, please make sure that you follow us, subscribe to us, all of those nice things. We are live on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. If you like the mobile experience, you can stay on TikTok or you can come over to YouTube. The experience is a whole lot better on YouTube for the mobile experience. And if you are watching on a TV, you can head over to Twitch and follow us over there also. You get the full screen experience over there. And if you like the MIH app and you'd like us to check out your business in the next MIH Live, please feel free to download MIH. We are available on the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, Huawei App Gallery, and the web. All you have to do to find us is search MIH and MIH app, and we'll appear at the top of the list. And yeah, just carry on liking, supporting, watching the videos, all of these things. Duke the Technician, nice to see you here. And if you'd like to support us even further than how you are already supporting us, you can become a premium member of Mzansi. By becoming a premium member of Mzansi, you unlock specific perks with that. So the first perk you get is you will get the latest version of MIH before anyone else, and you'll help us test out MIH before it's released publicly. Then we also have a private Discord server where we have conversations amongst each other and discussions about our own projects, your projects, all of these other kinds of things. And we also going to have monthly live face-to-face chat. So we're going to have like a Zoom call or something like that. And we'll chat, or maybe just over Discord also. We'll have a chat over there. Then the people on YouTube and Twitch and TikTok, all of us can see it instead of just doing it on TikTok. And then we have shout-outs. So we're going to give shout-outs to the different premium members of Mzansi at the end of our lives. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining this live this evening. I hope to see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. and let's keep working hard, Mzansi.